Reading from a book doesn't make you a racist.
A West Valley teacher fighting for his job tonight. Why the district fired him for reading a literary classic out loud.
From hot and sunny to cool and rainy, we have a big turn in the weather pattern heading into the weekend.
A critical resource for the LGBTQ+ community being cut by the Trump administration. Why the ripple effect of this decision will be felt right here in the inland Northwest. It has been several months since a West Valley teacher was told by the district they were not renewing his contract after he read a racial slur in class. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from that teacher. KREM 2's Regan Gallo was there as he told his side of the story.
That's right. Matthew Mastronardi is a Spanish teacher at West Valley High School, and now he's fighting for his job back after he read aloud To Kill a Mockingbird to his students and recited the racial slurs that appear in the original text.
In April, Mastronardi says one of his students brought up a question about the book To Kill a Mockingbird during Spanish class. Students and Mastronardi say the book is part of the West Valley curriculum, but Mastronardi made it clear it's not part of what they cover in Spanish class. He said that as a teacher, he felt it was important to respond to the student's question and talk about the historical context and the intent behind the racial slur in the book. He added the conversation was also important as a professional who teaches language.
If I pretend I'm not allowed to speak honestly because of who I am, then I'm teaching kids to do the same, to self-censor, to obey social scripts instead of their moral convictions. And that's not education, that's conditioning.
Mastronardi plans to address the West Valley School Board next week in a meeting, and he's hoping for reconciliation and to get his job back. I'm reporting here in Spokane Valley, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
We did reach out to the West Valley School District for a comment. We have not yet heard back. All right, switching gears to talk weather tonight. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Jeremy, it was a windy one yesterday, no wind today, and a bit cooler.
What a difference a day makes.
Indeed.
Stick around because things do keep changing. Tomorrow, quite a bit cooler than today. Saturday, yeah, we'll talk Saturday here in just a second. 74 degrees is where we currently sit, and it's much more humid. We have a lot more moisture in the atmosphere. Anyone from the south right now is watching and going, it's not humid. For us, it's quite a bit more, people are going to be mad at me, more moist than we have been. We just have moisture in the air. Temperatures in the mid-70s right now, and that does come with a little cloud cover and a little bit of that moisture. Low sitting off the coast, throwing some clouds at us. Couple of light showers trying to move through, none of that moisture making it out of the atmosphere and down to the ground. Tomorrow, we'll see some of that in the North Panhandle, and then I think we wind up getting a few more scattered showers moving through later in the day. Those then move all around us and eventually hit us with a few scattered showers Saturday. More widespread rain is possible Saturday evening into Sunday. Sunday brings another round. It's on and off and on and off and on and off as we move through the next few days. In fact, I have a sunshine icon on Sunday afternoon because I like it. I might actually get rid of that just with how everything's playing out. But either way, here's how it goes. 69 degrees and a few mountain showers tomorrow as we kick off summer. 60 and rain on Saturday.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. We have an update for you today on the arrested protesters from this past weekend. Justice for All shared a statement on Facebook, writing in part, I, like many others that day, took action to protect people from harm and to stand for the rights of all of us. They can scapegoat one person, but they cannot scapegoat the movement for change and the demand that our human rights be protected. KREM 2 had previously sent requests for a statement, but according to For All, their phones had been seized. Around half of those protesters arrested at the anti-ICE protest last week have had their charges dropped. According to court records, the cases were dropped without prejudice, meaning they could be refiled at any moment. Spokane County Prosecutor Preston McCollum said the charges were dismissed solely because they were incorrectly filed. Spokane County fire officials have lifted all evacuations from the fire near Park Smith Drive in Meade yesterday. Level 3 evacuations were issued yesterday and forced people from their homes. Firefighters say 24 units responded, including an aircraft overhead. Crews were able to contain that fire to just 1 acre. It did not burn any structures.
Being in a rapidly moving environment with fire and a residential area, the situation escalated quickly. However, it's all about response time. It's all about getting the right number of resources on the scene as quickly as we can, which we did here at D9.
DNR is still investigating what sparked the fire.
I would want him to step forward and take accountability for it.
That's Chelan County Sheriff Mike Morrison, the man leading the manhunt for Travis Decker, the father accused of killing his 3 young daughters. The search is now focused on the rugged terrain near Cle Elum. Sheriff Morrison said the Decker case is one that he is feeling personally.
Having 3 kids myself, it certainly resonates with you, and I'm going on 20 years here in my profession, and I don't think I've ever had a case that has actually ever pulled on my emotional heartstrings, but you feel it.
Sheriff Morrison says his office has received a wide variety of tips, and investigators are leaving no stone unturned.
Well, one call we just got was that we saw that chicken coop had eggs taken out of it. So of course they're wondering hey, who would have come in and taken our eggs? So we want to follow up on that too, because we understand that could be a food source for somebody.
He believes Decker is alive and that his days are numbered. Sheriff Morrison also confirmed the girl's mom, Whitney, is safe and being kept informed about the case. You can watch more of that exclusive interview right now on our website. Just head to KREM.com. Meantime, the public memorial service for Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker is tomorrow. It'll start at 7 p.m. at Rocky Reach Park in Wenatchee. Organizers are asking people to wear purple, pink, or green in honor of the girls. You can watch that memorial on KREM 2+. Just download the app on your TV and watch for free. Moving to national news tonight, in less than a month, a popular mental health hotline for gay, trans, and queer youth will go offline. The LGBTQ youth option will end on July 17th. KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy is checking in with the groups that handle these crisis calls here in the Inland Northwest to see how they are preparing.
Anyone in Spokane County and the surrounding area calling the 988 crisis line, those calls are directed to Frontier Behavioral Health, one of just 3 agencies across Washington state, now preparing to lose a valuable piece of that lifeline. The Trump administration says it's ending the subservice for LGBTQ+ youth to focus on all help seekers. LGBTQ children are 4 times more likely to attempt or complete suicide. Kelly Miller of Frontier Behavioral Health says right now they're training more staff to be able to take over these type of calls.
As last year, in the calendar year 2024, nearly 16,000 individuals with a 509 area code, or a Washington state area code, I should say, called 988 and chose option 3.
The Trevor Project, a national organization dedicated to LGBTQ+ suicide prevention, is now calling on Congress to reverse what it calls this lethal decision. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
Washington state troopers are using cell phone data to find spots where people speed the most often. The state bought that data from navigation apps like Google Maps and Waze. For the next 6 weeks, they'll be focusing on the areas from US 2 and I-90 to Spokane Valley. Over on the other side of the state, they'll be focusing on I-5 from JBLM north to Auburn. The I-5 around Everett as well. And just to be clear, WSP is not using any personal information, they said. In case you missed it, the deadline for applications is fast approaching as Spokane City Council looks to fill an open District 2 seat. Council member Lily Navarrete announced her resignation last month, and her last day is coming up on July 1st. Applications for Navarrete's seat are available at the City of Spokane's website, and they are due no later than 5 p.m. tomorrow. Speaking of deadlines, a quick reminder for Washingtonians planning to get out on the water this summer. All boat and watercraft registration expire on June 30th, so the clock is ticking for you to renew before the end of the month. Boat registrations can be done online or in person. If you choose to go to a local licensing office, just make sure to bring in your registration number to your appointment. You can find a link to all the licensing offices around the area on our website, KREM.com. All right, we are just getting started here on KREM 2 News at 5 tonight. Next, we take a look at all the different events celebrating Juneteenth. Find out how you and the family can join in when we come back.